Hi, I'm Justin from Retro Cult. This is an add-on video for episode 1. I had the Spooky Family on. We talked about Halloween and Halloween movies, and in that podcast, I made a movie recommendation, and that's part of the deal. Most podcasts are probably going to come with a movie recommendation, and when they do, I'll do a little video, talk about the movie, tell you why. We talked about a lot of scary movies, a lot of horror movies, a lot of things that specific to the genre that may be more in tune with Halloween and maybe more on the scale horror-wise. But the movie I recommended everybody see on that episode was Scream. Wes Craven did a lot of things here, and these video recommendations are for the person not familiar with 80s comedy, or the person not familiar with 90s action, or the person maybe not real familiar with horror. I'm by no means a horror expert, but to me, Scream kind of is a good gateway into horror and scary movies. It's a slasher with human antagonists, but Jamie Kennedy, and I very much consider this a comedy above all else. Jamie Kennedy's role in this is really a lot more important than people give it significance of. A lot of people may even consider him annoying, but he lays out for you the foundation of every horror movie that came before, all the franchise horror movies. There is a formula, there is a way horror movies are made, and there is a way to survive or die in those horror movies. So I think the film does a good job of breaking the fourth wall, kind of saying, horror movies. We're making a horror movie while we talk about horror movies, and kind of guiding you along, not only in some of the films you should see before you see this, or maybe some of the films you should see after you see this, but also kind of the little tales and hints to look for in what sometimes is pretty predictable format. But despite the format being predictable, there's still something about horror movies that, even for non-fans like myself, someone that's not obsessed with horror movies but does enjoy one occasionally, there's something about all that predictability that still incites excitement and fun. So, movie recommendation for podcast episode 1, Wolfman Has Nards, with the Spooky Family, is Scream. Check it out. And don't forget, any questions, any comments on the movie, send it to retrocultpodcast@gmail.com. Go to the big formats, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, find our page, like us, share us. Happy Halloween.